Women make up over half of the population of Africa, but they decry the exclusion from key leadership positions, which remain the domain of men across the continent. Women are demanding their place at the helm, but they may recognize that among the obstacles they face is themselves. When Liberia's Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became the first African female president, women across the continent celebrated what they saw as a transformative moment. Years later, though, some are not sure that Africa is warming up to the idea of women as the head of state. Shari Jibril was a contender in the just concluded presidential election in Nigeria. She laments the lack of support she got from women for her shot at the presidency.
I had hoped and believed that Nigerian women had understood what they represent in Nigeria, what Nigeria represents. But apparently, I don't know how I'm going to explain this. And I do not know how it's going to dawn on the Nigerian women, this deep world, the shame before the whole world.
Jibril says her dismal showing at the polls in a country with millions of female voters is baffling. Women all over Africa are at the forefront of the fight for equal rights and good governance, areas that they argue have been poorly managed by male leaders. While they articulate these issues locally and in international discussions, they display a hesitation at promoting their own to top positions. Mozambican ambassador to Washington, Amelia Matos Sambana, contends that the African women still have a long way to go.
Women are struggling not only with the society, the culture of the society of the country where they are, but also women many times do not support other women to get a position, any position like governors, like presidents, but that is part of the struggle. Women as a whole are fighting to convince to educate other women to support each other.
Many African countries have made strides in putting women in positions of leadership. Rwanda and Uganda now have a sizable number of female members of parliament, and across the continent, women hold key positions in regional bodies. But the top position still remains a man's domain. So why do women prefer to vote for men?
Listen, I don't know. I think the whole world has to help me to explain this, because they do not. I don't know. Maybe because they think the men have the money. I don't understand. And how they cannot see the criminality that is growing, the boredom, the frustration, the unemployment, the unethical, the indiscipline.
Jibril agrees, however, with those who say that the continent is slowly moving toward the idea of female leadership, and women in Africa have more visibility than they did a decade ago.